Hey guys, it's Sasha the Rice and Raw, and in this video I wanted to talk about my social anxiety and how I'm doing now. So a few months ago I made a video titled Social Anxiety is Ruining My Life. Now I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit of a clickbait title. However, that is how I really felt back then, and in retrospect it's definitely how I still kind of feel. So getting right into it, I got the majority of comments being so nice and so helpful and supportive, and a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, thank you so much for making this video. I feel the same way too. And I want to say thank you so much for commenting and saying that you feel the same way, because I feel the same way. And it brings a lot of comfort to realize there's a lot of people out there who are going through the same struggles as you are. Yes, it might be a lot of negative comments, it might have been a first world problem or whatever it may be, or like, you are fine, you're making YouTube videos. Like, do you understand, I'm making YouTube videos in my room alone, and I have to do 5 takes because the first 4 are embarrassing and awkward and painful to watch, and by the 5th take I'm just exhausted and absolutely have to just get my information across, and I'm pissed off because I need to go get other stuff done. Which is why, side note, I don't get to make a lot of YouTube videos because it's so time consuming for me, because I have such anxiety. So fuck you. Not you, but the person who said that, because you don't know shit. Anyway, yeah, and actually, side note, bar over here, I want to say that I absolutely am hurt every time I get a mean comment. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not. I know trolls and haters, and don't worry about them. They really get to me. And in the beginning of my YouTube video career, no, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care at all. I actually laughed at a lot of people who would be mean to me. In the past, year, it has really started to get under my skin, and I want you to know that every mean comment you leave me, it hurts me, and it will completely ruin my mood for the next hour or so, and will definitely ruin my day, and I'll think about it even the next day sometimes. So I just want to be honest with that and let you know that actually it totally hurts me. And you could do with that information as you want, but yeah. So pushing that off to the side, back to the positive comments. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, you guys. So much helpful, positive comments, so many people in the same boat. And you know what? That's the reason why I made the video. And let's pick up another negative comment. A lot of people were like, oh, well, what, why are you so special? You think you're the only one with social anxiety? No, the whole point, put that comment back over here, the whole point is that I made this video because I know other people feel the same way. And that's inevitable with our society, with social media these days. My generation and so many other generations to follow are going to struggle with interacting with people in person. They're going to have social anxiety because growing up with the internet being your sole ability to talk to people is bad. I used to sit on AIM, AOL.com or whatever, and I would interact with people in elementary school, middle school, high school. I don't know if it was around in high school, but then I would see these people in person and I would not talk to them because that's weird. I'll talk to this kid all night, but I won't talk to them in person the next day in class. Why? So that's kind of how I developed my social abilities, is through the internet. And I'm sure all these generations to follow, growing up on Instagram, growing up on Facebook and YouTube, it's going to get worse. It's going to be harder for them to enjoy and have success in interacting with people in person and having social, interaction. So that's why I made the video. And it's important to bring awareness to this because I felt like I'm not fulfilling my potential. And I'm sure so many people out there feel the same way, where they're not feeling their potential because they're holding themselves back. And it drives me crazy because I am confident in so many different areas of my life. So why does that never translate to when I'm talking to people? I will trail off halfway through a sentence. I will give up in the middle of a fucking sentence talking to someone. And it's weird and painful and awkward. And I feel so bad for these people having to talk to me. And I'll mumble, and it's not good. It's not good because I don't feel good. And I need to feel good. I need to feel confident and happy and not constantly be worrying about myself and judging myself. I almost feel bad for myself. Oh, this poor thing. She can't even talk to people. What is she doing? Like, that's what half my brain is saying. And then the other half, which is like the subconscious awkwardness, is like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. So the things that have really helped me, that have come out of these comments that you guys have left me, which again, thank you so much, are accepting this anxiety that I do have and making friends with this anxiety and giving this anxiety its own little place so it feels special, so it doesn't get in the way of when I need to perform and I need to talk to people. And when I say perform, I'm in a job which is very social, and you have to speak up at meetings and lead meetings, and that's what I mean by perform, because God, there is so much social interaction with my job that I never thought I would be ready for. But, you know, I'm just thrown in, and I got to be ready for that. So that has really helped. And then also accepting that the person who I am, this quirky, awkward introvert, that's okay and that's good. Like, there's a place for me. I don't need to be, you know, like all of my friends who are super outgoing. I don't need to be like all of my coworkers who are super outgoing and perfectly professional and wonderful. Like, I can just be my little awkward self. And, you know, maybe, of course, I'm going to develop more professional skills as I go and soft skills, but I need to be okay with who I am. And actually, my company has this really cool business chemistry breakdown, and it almost categorizes you as a certain type of business chemistry. And for me, I am the one that's mostly introverted, but also it's important for this to be on the team because I'm very detail oriented. I listen to what everyone has to say, diligent in your work, and so that's needed on a team. You can't have a team made up of all of these people who are wanting to like go get them and like have scattered, you know, thoughts and ideas and like, oh, we should do this and this and this and this. And how are you going to achieve that? And you know, you need to have someone sitting there right in the corner, like, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'll write it down and we'll discuss it, you know? So that really helped give me a purpose and a place, because I no longer felt like I was wrong. Like, my business style isn't wrong, it's needed, it's much needed. And that really helped me as well. So also just accepting your personality and yourself and saying, I am needed. There's traits about me that maybe some outgoing person wouldn't have. And so there is something of value in me that, you know, I should not be ashamed of just because that I am introverted, that I am a little awkward, that I am a little quirky. And by accepting that, I now am more comfortable just to talk to people because, you know, they already know that I'm awkward and quirky at this point. So I'm just going to talk and hope for the best. That's kind of like my mentality. I'm like, I'm just going to talk and just hope that I say the right thing. But, you know, if I don't, I can always correct myself. And I can always, you know, say, hey, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I sometimes get nervous in a conversation. You can say that. Like, you don't need to pretend like you don't have social anxiety. You don't need to pretend like you aren't a little awkward. You can actually be awkward, but just be honest and open. And I think that makes a huge difference. So that's been really, really helpful, is making friends with anxiety, being okay with the anxiety and acknowledging that it's there, and also accepting yourself and what you would typically expect not to be good traits, like awkwardness, and actually thinking, oh, that could be kind of cute if you own it. And also associating positivity with social interaction. So anytime I have a social interaction that is very successful or remotely successful, I will say, you know, congratulations. I'll have a little victory dance in my head. I won't say it out loud. Oh, congratulations, sir. I'm so glad I got to talk to you and not fuck up today. Now, it's in my head. It's like, yeah, you did it, Sasha. That was awesome. Good job. And kind of pumping myself up and giving myself some credit, because that's going to snowball over time. And it's kind of like my own affirmations, you know, it's going to snowball over time and just be a chronic way of thinking after a while, where I'm positive and happy after a social interaction. So I'm going to associate positive things with interacting with people. So that was just my update on my social anxiety. I really, really do appreciate, again, all of the help and I really hope that my video has helped other people and, at least feel more comfort in the fact that, they're not alone and that this is something that a lot of people go through. There's always a way to improve on things. There's always a way to excel at what, with using what you're given. And where you're at right now is just a matter of changing your mindset and changing the way you think about things, and that will change your whole life. So overcoming social anxiety is not something that happens overnight. This is something that I feel like it's going to take years for me to really hone in on and do well with. So for me, I like putting sometimes like a time stamp on things where I can just visualize myself like in 5 years. And in 5 years, I can definitely see myself being very confident, very outgoing, so okay with my, awkward and weirdness that everyone else is okay with my awkward and weirdness. So in 5 years, I can definitely see that, coming to fruition. So that helps me to like visualize it in the future, which then helps me subconsciously to make the steps forward in achieving that. So with that being said, I hope you guys are having a happy and healthy day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.